What up, pilots? So I decided to start doing radar videos for aircraft that have radar. On top of the radar, I'm also going to talk about the trim and then the manual engine control in the jets. So real quick, manual engine control on. Oil radiator is at 50%. We're going to turn that all the way up to 100. Some jets have the oil radiator, some jets don't. Uh, if jets do have manual engine control, all it is the oil radiator. That's it. If it has it, just turn it all the way up to 200, and that's basically it. Trim. You will not need trim on a jet aircraft. The only time that you will need trim on a jet is if it's a strike aircraft and it's got a huge payload. Sometimes because of the huge payload and the huge fuel load that you bring, it will either nose up or nose down. So that's the only time that you'll want to use trim. You want to use elevator trim to counteract that. That's the only time that you will be using trim. So, alright, so let's turn our radar on. We're spooled up. Alright, there we go. I am in an F3H-2 Demon. The F3H-2 Demon carried a AN/APG-51 radar. Just a basic search radar is all it was. Nothing fancy. Doesn't have any look down modes, or it's not pulse Doppler or anything. It's just a regular search radar. All you do is turn it on and off. So what we'll need is we will need this here. This is search radar IRST on off. That's to turn the radar on and off. Switch between radar and IRST. That's to switch between the radar mode or the IRST mode. Change radar IRST mode. So if you're in IRST and IRST has different modes, you can switch it there. Or if the radar itself has different modes, you can switch it there. Radar IRST beyond within visual range combat, that's basically ACM mode, air combat maneuvering mode. Change radar IRST search mode, that is to change the scale or the width of the radar, how wide it searches. Change radar IRST scope scale, that's how far away or the range of the radar, how far it searches. To select radar IRST target to lock, that's for like, you don't really need to use it, but it's to like select targets on the radar. Lock radar IRST on target, that is to actually lock targets. One quick thing, do not use ACM mode to lock targets up on your radar, because ACM mode can also lock friendlies. If you're going to lock something up, make sure that it's enemy on your radar itself. Enemies pop up as an H symbol. They'll come up as like an H symbol, but the lines aren't connected. And then friendlies will pop up as two dots on top of each other. Sometimes hostiles also pop up as one single dot. And friendlies come up as two dots on top of each other, kind of like an equal sign. So those are the binds that you'll want to use for your radar. And then also down below here we have multifunction mode first, second, and third. So switch MFD. MFD stands for multifunction display. So 1, 2, and 3. That's what this screen is right here. It's a multifunction display. Now we're not going to be able to change that. I'm hitting the button to switch it, and it's not doing nothing. So we're not going to be able to change that. So yeah, this radar is just a basic radar. It doesn't. All it has is search mode, ACM mode, and then you can lock up enemies. That's it. Doesn't have pulse Doppler, doesn't have look down, shoot down, nothing like that. It's just a regular old 1950s technology radar. That's all it is. So let's see if we can get some eyes on the aircraft that fly around in the test flight here. There's one right there. To fire your Fox 1s, you will also need... Where is it at? Right here. Fire air to ground missile, fire air to air missile, drop guided bombs. Or fire secondaries. Bind all that. I have all my secondaries binded to triangle. So, and then to lock, I have it set to 0 on my chat pad. So all I do is get it locked. I know it's an enemy, so I'm going to use ACM mode. Once we do a couple pulse Dopplers, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oh, there to see the symbol that just popped up on the radar on the right. That H symbol, see it? That is enemy. Okay, that's the enemy symbol that you're seeing pop up on radar right now. Let's go ahead and lock them up. Fox 1. Nope, lost track. This radar's not very good, so. But that was what the enemies look like on radar. And you want to wait for them to pop up on your radar before you lock them. Don't just use this mode, ACM mode, to lock up everything, because you can lock up a friendly and kill a friendly with a Fox 1. Alright, we got them locked again. Fox 1. Tracking, but it's not pulling very well. So yeah. That's the radar on the F3H-2 Demon.